Hello, beer lovers. I'm the commander looking for my favorite beer.
The beauty that came out of this terrible history.
But nobody had asked them.
Wow, what the?
Welcome to Frankfurt. But it's not the Frankfurt you are thinking of. That Frankfurt is at the River Main in the south of Germany. But this Frankfurt here is at the River Oder in the east of Germany. As a matter of fact, this Frankfurt is so far in the east that it partially reaches over the border into Poland. Now, I know what you're thinking. This German city reaches over the border into Poland. The Germans are doing it again. Actually, quite the opposite. What? The Polish invading Germany? No, nobody's invading anybody. Frankfurt at the Oder River was fully on German territory before World War II. After Germany had lost the war, it had to concede territory. That territory fell to Poland. Poland, on the other hand, had its territory being moved westwards. It's unbelievable if you think about it. The Polish didn't start the war, but after the war it was decided over their heads that they would lose their own eastern Polish territory, and as a compensation they would receive new territory in the west, which used to be German territory. They lost a bit on this side and gained a bit on that side. Their entire country was moved westwards, but nobody had asked them. The Oder River turned from a German domestic river into a Polish-German border river. Frankfurt, having been on both sides of the river, found itself now on both sides of the border. It was split into two cities. On the German side it kept its name Frankfurt. On the Polish side it was named Subice.
The beauty that came out of this terrible history is what Frankfurt and Subice are today.
Since the fall of the Iron Curtain, the two places have become a hub for cross-border cooperation. They are connected through education, culture, business. People cross the Oder River daily for classes, events, corporations, festivals, exhibitions, and markets. The two cities even share institutions. They coordinate city planning, transport, utilities, and healthcare.
The two cities are intensely connected, almost as if it still was one city. Naturally, our beer comes from a brewery in Frankfurt. Brauhaus Frankfurt, Brewing House Frankfurt, with a 600-year-old tradition. The beer today is a wheat beer, in German Hefeweizen. This is not only the youngest type of beer, at only a little over 450 years old, it also is the sweetest type of beer. From a Hefeweizen, a wheat beer, we can expect a strong banana aroma, also lemon, spicy and yeast notes. We might even find some hints of vanilla and bubblegum. Concerning the flavor, we can expect fruity and bready notes. Wheat beer is top fermented, which is why it's usually quite carbonated. At last, a wheat beer is smooth and low in bitterness, with a refreshing finish. Let's get started. The yeast gathers at the bottom of the bottle. Let's get it out. Have a look at the excellent head. Wheat beers usually have a lot of it. It's very well covering the body of the beer and it clings to the glass. The pores are small and ivory colored. The foam tastes creamy and metallic. The color is a cloudy bronze, or perhaps it's closer to amber. On the nose, it's so sweet. That's the first thing that hits the nose. Also, it's malty and top fermented. Quite intense. White bread and butter. Also maybe a hint of lacquer. Also very fruity, a lot of banana, as it should be. Also pear and fig, and also a fruit flan. And some sort of a warmth. It's hard to describe that, but it smells warm. Peach and raisin. There's the vanilla, yeah, and the cloves, which are both typical for wheat beer. Wow, what the? I did not expect this. This is extraordinary. But like I said earlier, this beer's brewery is from the northeast of Germany, but the region known for wheat beer is the south of Germany. That's where it was invented, and that's the standard. Now, on the website of this beer's brewery, they are writing about them not wanting to create a mere imitation of a South German wheat beer, but instead create something new. When I read this, I was thinking, yeah, that's marketing for you. Man, was I wrong. This is really unique. I never had anything like it. It's so thick. No, that's not quite the right word. It's dense. Yes, dense and heavy. It's like biting into a piece of butter. Apart from this, it's light and soft, but at the same time full-bodied, even broad-bodied, which is amazing because being light and broad-bodied is usually mutually exclusive, but this beer manages to be both. It's very, very quaffable also, as well as I'm concerned, and it's not typical for its type at all. But in a way, it actually is very typical for its type. It's like the more intense version of its type. The freshness is vibrant. I'm giving it a 4 out of 7 on the carbonation scale. Main sip. The second sip always tastes different from the first sip. Now it's soft, and the softness is giving it structure, is giving it a backbone. It becomes intense again here with a strong accent. That strong accent is striking. Concerning bitterness, I'm giving it a 1 out of 5. It's not bitter, and it coats the mouth nicely. The aftertaste is dry and lasting, with a hint of hops. The flavor expectations were fulfilled and exceeded. Apart from lemon and spiciness, all boxes of a wheat beer were checked. Most dominant is banana, pear, butter and fruit flan. The richness continues seamlessly into the taste, where the beer feels unexpectedly dense. Softness and dryness stick out. Aroma, flavor and finish are pronounced without competing with each other. There's a cohesion within the intensity. If anything, they reinforce each other. Despite its weight and depth, it remains highly drinkable. Even though it checks almost all boxes, it's far from being typical for its type. It's quite unique. It's different from any other wheat beer I ever had. It stands out not by breaking the rules of its category, but instead by amplifying them. It makes me proud to be East German myself. Well, that's it for today, beer lovers. You'll see me in the next one.